Good morning, everyone. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning recipes, a little bit of everything. Well, I picked the last bunch of elderberries off of our bush or our vine or our plant, whatever it is. Anyway, I'm glad I have them this morning. So it's time to go ahead and use the steam juicer to make some elderberry juice. Let's see what I got. So as they've been coming to fruition, guys, I've been going out there and picking them and washing them and putting them in the freezer. This is my last bunch. So I have 3 or 4 bags full. And I know it's not that much, but it's better than nothing. And so we're going to get to making some elderberry juice out of this for our upcoming flu and cold season. Elderberry Sambuca's syrup is just a wonderful immune booster. It's a good cough syrup. You don't want to eat elderberries fresh because they can be hazardous to your health. So you want to process them in some way by either cooking them down or steam juicing them. And we're choosing to steam juice. So guys, I want to add that by throwing them in the freezer, look, it really helps them to separate off the branches. Once I took it out, they just started falling off into the bag. So that's going to make my job a little bit easier. Lesson number 1 on elderberries. Be sure and pick the green ones off the stems before you freeze them and combine them. That's what I'm doing right now. So we want to make sure, guys, that there's no green ones in there in the stems. So I am going through and picking these out. Lesson number 2, use gloves. Lesson number 3, enlist help. Lesson number 4, don't try to convince yourself that the greens will turn purple by association and decide to go ahead and use them. Boy, that's tempting. Another tidbit of information that I failed to recognize is that when you take your twigs off your plant, that your ripe berries will come off much easier than your unripe berries. Yeah. Okay, so I think I got them as clean as I'm going to get them. I'm going to start to steam juicing now. So a steam juicer has 5 parts to it. You have the bottom, which you put all your water in. That's going to generate the steam. You have your middle part, which is going to be the juice catcher. You have your strainer, which is where you put your fruits that you want to steam. And then you have your lid that you put on top as it's processing. Get your jar ready, guys. I really don't think I'm going to get much more than a pint, even if that. But I will surely find some way to make this elderberry syrup and not just juice. So I'm getting ready for this. Now I'm going to run this through for a very long time, and I'll show you how I do that. As the juice starts to collect in the juicing part, I will run it through the tube here and through the jar. First off, you need to do that to sterilize the tube once it starts generating. But another reason is I'm going to process this to get every bit of goodness I can from those elderberries. She's steaming away, guys. So let me show you how you sterilize your tube and pour your juice back through to keep making it richer and richer. So you always want to do this no matter what you're making to sterilize the tube of your steam juicer. And many times, that's hot chihuahua. Many times, you already have a lot of juice in there because you have a lot more fruit, but because you know I was a little limited, that's looking pretty rich, guys. I'm happy with that. So I just sterilized the tube, and now I'm going to pour this back through. And we're going to do this a whole lot because, again, I want to get all the richness I can from these elderberries, and that's why always keep your water trough, your water bin, as full as you can because it does evaporate, honestly. But I filled this up, so I'm hoping that it will stay hydrated and keep water in there through this whole process so I don't have to change it out or add to it. But if I do, I do. No big deal. So while this is steaming, I want to say that I have purple hands. Not really. I want to say that it has a very earthy smell throughout the house now. Ooh, guys, look at there. It's getting a very nice, rich purple flavor. And guess what? I think I might have a little bit more than a pint. So I have another jar set aside just in case. Okay, guys. Well, I'm pleasantly pleased that I got a little more than a pint. So I'm going to let this cool. I'm going to pop some lids on it, and I'm going to ponder whether I just want to keep it as a juice and take about a teaspoon or a tablespoonful, or if I want to add maybe some honey to it, to maybe one of these jars. You can see I'm going to have to strain some of it, which I'll do, but I need to let it cool first. All right, my friends, so this is what we have. Very excited. Let this sit out a little bit. And I'm thinking on taking some of the pulp out of that steam juicer and putting maybe some Everclear with it and making a tincture. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'll wait and hear back from you. Take care. God bless. Hit that subscribe button. Got lots more things going on. We'll talk to you soon.